Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 1945's Christmas in Connecticut. Alright guys, so I sat down and watched Christmas in Connecticut. This came out in 1945. What's the film about? Well, there's a woman who has an article in a magazine. She's hired by a publisher, and basically her not online persona, but her persona in this article that she puts out on a monthly basis creates this illusion that she's a housewife on a farm in Connecticut, and she's a wonderful cook, and she's got all these recipes, and she has readers from all over the world who love her recipes, love her supposed lifestyle that she's living. Well, turns out she doesn't have a farm in Connecticut. She's not a cook, and she's not even married and doesn't even have kids. So, basically, she's fake. She's like a lot of those online YouTubers who are like, I'm living off grid, but they're not living off grid. Like, they bought like 1 acre of land, put a little shack on it, and then once they're done filming, they get in their Maserati and drive to their 15-bedroom house. But anyway, so she gets into trouble here. She gets herself into a conundrum because a hero coming back from war, who's a huge fan of her recipes and things, his nurse reaches out to her publisher and says, hey, would you care to host an event, a dinner for this hero coming back from war? And the publisher was like, that'd be great. We would love to have her do that, because her publisher doesn't even know that she's fake, okay? And so she's like, crap, I gotta save face. This will end my career. I'll get fired. My publisher will be mad if they find out I'm not actually who I say I am. So what she does is she's like, okay, well, I'll host it at she has a friend who has a house in Connecticut, a farmhouse in Connecticut. Her uncle, is helping her with the recipe, because she gets her recipes from her uncle. So she creates this fake, false scenario where these people come to stay in her farmhouse that's not really hers for this event. Well, the rest of the film is just her trying to fake being who she is, acting like she's married to her friend that lives at the Connecticut farm. But she really is actually kind of has the hots for the hero who's come back from war. He likes her, she likes him, but he thinks she's married, and she has to act like she's married. And so I think it's a really interesting film. So, and all this is wrapped up and doused in Christmas atmosphere, Christmas dinners, snow, sleigh rides. It's great. So what do I like? What do I not like about Christmas in Connecticut? What I like about Christmas in Connecticut is I love movies where people I just love the whole idea of that she has to put on a facade and fake it to make it, basically, and the stresses and the comedy and the humor that come along with that, because there's a lot of funny moments because they're trying to hide what's going on. There's a lot of stressful situations where you're like, oh my god, she almost slipped and said that. So, because there's a moment in the film where they're giving a baby a bath or something, and she doesn't even know the baby's name or whatever. And you're like, oh crap, so there's a lot of moments like that where it's good. It creates tension, it creates humor, and so I like when people are in those predicaments like that. So cinematography wise, it's shot beautifully. It's a 4:3 ratio, I believe. This is on Blu-ray, and it looked gorgeous on here. It's a very soft image. They used a lot of diffuse lighting like they did back in the day. It's a very soft, glowy, dreamy Christmas image here. The acting is fantastic. Everyone gives a great performance in here. There's one nitpick towards the end that I have, but other than that, like 99.9% of the film, everyone gives a stellar performance. The Christmas atmosphere is great here. I mean, you just have a rural farmhouse setting, snowfall outside, horses, sleigh rides, a beautiful, farmhouse, cottage-looking environment that the house is set in, and you got like Christmas dinners, Christmas tree decorating, people playing piano. It's just a very well-to-do, rustic, rural Christmas atmosphere. It's fantastic. It's really pretty to look at. What do I not like about the film? I think there are moments that it could pick up the pace a bit, but for the most part, I think that the pacing is good. It veers off here and there in some areas, but it's forgivable, because overall the runtime's not too long. It doesn't outstay its welcome too much. But I do think that they could reasonably trim 5 to 10 minutes off the film, maybe. And I think the very ending, the last line of dialogue, the laugh at the end, is just very fakey. I didn't really want it to end on that guy's dialogue. I kind of wanted it. There was like a couple moments in the last several minutes that I'm like, okay, cut, credits, that would be good. But it kind of kept going for another minute or two, and it ended up ending with some other guy's dialogue that you're just like, I get it. It's not horrible, but it's just like, it would have been better if you would have ended on them kissing or them laughing or something else. Like, not that guy laughing and saying what he says. I just think that was a bad line and image to end the film on, I think. But that's being nitpicky. All in all, I think it's a fantastic film. I think it's a great Christmas film. I would highly recommend this. I'm going to be rewatching it over and over again every time Christmas comes around. And but that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Christmas in Connecticut. Have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.